football playoff. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, Baylor Bears, taking on the Texas State Bobcats. These were college football at first round. I'm sure you're almost there. Time to find out who we head for the national championship game. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Field. It's Jackson. Receiver makes the grab. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled in the tackle.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
First down and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pulls it in. It's Brown. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Looking to chuck it again. The sure hands. It's Brown. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Crucial red zone play coming up. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Linebacker shifting around now. On the ground, it's Johnson. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Important second down play coming up. The throw, it's Jackson. Missed his receiver, it's incomplete. Crucial moment here early in the semifinal. Then he draw first blood, facing third down in the red zone. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Touchdown, Texas State, as they cleanly lead here in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Hale. Steps out at the 16, but a lot better offense from taking a knee in the end zone. Press coverage now from the secondary. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Handoff here from the shotgun. I used the stiff arm there. Defense wasn't buying it to get him down for just a short game.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run.
3rd and 5 coming up here. Got to get to the 26. DJ Lagway. He's going to run. That's going to be close to it. That's a first down. He's going to get to the 36. I'm actually shocked to see Marcel Reed not starting in this game. He's been definitely starting him a lot the last couple of weeks. First and 10 from the 36.
Tight end goes in motion.
Sending Trey Green in motion. He's going to hand it off, and Daniel Hill is going to be tackled for a loss. And that's Chase Davis, the senior safety, on the tackle. Again, my apologies. The mic was acting up for a second. Texas State opened the game up with a touchdown drive from Brad Jackson, and now this Baylor offense will look to respond. And for the guys that are just tuning in, this was the first season national championship game. Baylor won that match. He's going to go to Jalen Hale, get a nice cutback. He's going to get close to a first. It's to the 43. Got to get to the 46 for a first. Hands it back to Taylor Tatum, the senior. He gets the first down, and that's going to be past midfield. And here goes the no huddle. DJ Lagway rolls out the pocket. He gets a completion. That's going to be inside the 30 to the 25, 20. Inside the red zone to the 11-yard line. It's the 12, excuse me. What a play from DJ Lagway. And that's going to be 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 12.
It's a good throw, nice accurate throw, but I think it's the run after the catch.
One thing you know about DJ Lagway, he's going to get out that pocket and try to make a play.
I think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
And the Bears lining up here on
1st and 10 inside the 15.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap.
Steady Malachi Coleman in motion. DJ Lagway, look, end zone. He's going to catch it. That's a touchdown. He was in the end zone to start, and I want to say that's going to be Jalen Hale on the touchdown. It is. That's Jalen Hale with a touchdown.
Extra point try coming now.
Good response from this Baylor offense. Kick is good, and we got a penalty for roughing the kicker. And, of course, they're going to accept that penalty.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown.
So both offenses open the game with a touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there.
And he's going to take a fair catch to the 25. Let's see how the the Texas State offense responds. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. 1 minute and 1 second left in the first. Both offenses open up the game with a touchdown. Let's see how Texas State responds. First and 10. Texas. Oh, he throws a pick. Then that's going to be a touchdown for Baylor. What a lurk. And that's going to give Baylor the lead. That is going to be, hold on, let's see. The name went off the screen quick. I want to say that's the middle linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. But what a play to give them the lead. Kick is good, and Baylor takes the lead.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Here goes Ryan Dibble to get on the return, and that's going to be where they start. Brad Jackson threw a horrible interception to put Baylor up by a touchdown. Let's see how Texas State offense responds.
Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24.
First and 10, Brad Jackson drops back, rolls out. Oh, he's going to get a completion. That's going to be Tristan Brown again. He's having a great first quarter start.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Offense operates at the plus 46.
They are going to get past midfield.
First down. They're going to throw the football.
Dropping back, Brad Jackson gets the completion to Tristan Brown again. He's going to get inside the 40 to the 31.
Completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here.
Another great play by this receiver.
Play clock under, game clock under 20 in the first quarter. He gets a completion. That's Ryan Dibblett. Inside the red zone to the 10, to the 5, down to the 3. Was it right at the 5? They're going to call it at the 5, first and goal.
So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far.
Here goes the QB blast. Touchdown, Brad Jackson. What a response from the Heisman Trophy winner after throwing an interception on the previous drive. It's going to be a fun one. Kick is good. It's tied at 14.
Battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So it's been an exciting first quarter so far. 28 points combined in the first quarter. It's going to be a wild, high-scoring game for sure.
Team out there, they're going to fire it up after just scoring a touchdown.
Here goes Jalen Hill. He's going to get a nice cut back, and he's going to get tackled at the 20 with 1 second left in the first quarter. And that's where Baylor's offense will take over. This has been a wild first quarter on both sides. First and 10, Lagway. Let's see what Lagway can cook up on this second drive.
DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap.
Here goes the play action. Lagway rolls out the pocket. It's incomplete. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. This game is tied through 1.
It's a fun battle on the road to the national championship deadlock at the end of 1. Let's check out the early stats so far.
As you see, this has been a wild first quarter on both sides.
We'll just continue with more of this action.
But this game is going to be big as far as who can really come up with a stop. Now, Baylor got a big interception to take the lead, but Texas State responded right back. So that's going to be something to watch for in this game is who can come up with some key stops on defense. 2nd down and 10. Lagway, play action. He's looking. He's going to get hit. And that's going to be 3rd and 10. Again, the winner of this matchup goes to the national championship game. They will play the team, as you see in the bottom of the bracket, UCF and Georgia Tech. Those two will match up tomorrow. I will be calling that game as well. 3rd down and 10. Got to get to the 30. Lagway's looking. Pressure's coming. Incomplete. And he's going to have to punt it. But he's going to go for it on 4th down. Or not. He's going to punt it.
You really allow this defense to dictate things. It allows him to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Nibble's going to get the ball. Let's see what Nibble can do. He's going to get to the 40, and that's a stop that we're going to have to keep in mind because that's one of the stops that I just mentioned you're going to have if you're going to advance to the national championship game. Let's see how Brad Jackson and that offense can respond. Again, if you're just tuning in, both squads open up with a touchdown drive. Here we go. Brad Jackson gets the handoff to L.J. Johnson. That was a good read, but he still gains 2 yards. And here goes the no huddle. I really think it was going to be an RPO, but he ended up stopping that. 2nd and 8. At the 42. Brad Jackson looking. He's getting a completion. It's going to be a 1st down. I want to say this to Jelani. No, it's Tristan Brown again. Tristan Brown almost have 100 yards receiving in the first half. But it's crazy because he is actually their 3rd option on the team with the solid receivers in Jelani Watkins and Ryan Niblett. Brad Jackson's looking. He going to throw a completion. That's going to be a 1st down. It's going to Antoine Gates to get it to the 29. Inside the 30, let's see what this offense can cook up. Brad Jackson looking. He's got a completion out to the outside to L.J. Johnson. Inside the red zone to the 13, and the no huddle is still in action. First and 10 inside the 13. Brad Jackson looking. I don't know how that was. That was a dangerous pass, but broken up by Tyler Turner, the other senior.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And he's back to
all right, 2nd and 10. Looking. End zone. That could have been picked off. But the corner didn't play the ball. He played the receiver. That was LeVar Thurton Jr., the other senior in this secondary who's looking to get another national title before he goes to the draft. We'll make that 3rd and 10. Can this defense come up with a stop? Let's see what this Texas State offense can cook up right here. Got to get to the 3 to convert. Play clock on the 10. Brad Jackson looking. Got a completion. Touchdown to Texas State. And that's 3 touchdowns in this first half. And that was going to be for Jelani Watkins to take the lead back for Texas State. And that's a 7-play, 61-yard and drive in 1 minute and 34 seconds to take the lead back. Jalen Hill's going to bring it out the end zone. And he's going to get tackled, I think, right at the 20. And that's where Baylor's going to take over. And now Baylor, who got the opening interception to take the lead, is staring at, they're in a tough spot right now. They got to get some points. Because the momentum of this game has certainly changed within those last two drives. First and 10. Here goes Ladway. He's going to get to the outside. It's going to be Jalen Hale in a gain of 9. As you can see so far, the Heisman Trophy winner is living up to the billing. He has 3 touchdowns in the first half. Second and 1. Trey Green going in motion. That's going to be a handoff to Taylor. Tatum first down. And he's going to get past the 30. Was that 35? That's 33. First and 10 at the 33-yard line. Under 3 minutes left in the half. Tight end going in motion. He hands it off to Daniel Hill. And Daniel Hill's going to stay on his feet. But he's only going to get a few more yards. Make that a gain of 4.
It's not a huge gain here. But if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that.
Trying to take their time with this drive. They know they got to get some points. But the beauty of it is they get the ball to start the third quarter as well. Here goes Ladway. He's going to run. That's going to be a first inside of the 45 to the 44. And Baylor's moving the ball again. They might take this to the 2-minute warning just to be conservative because they have not been able to get a stop on that Texas State offense so far. Let's see how they play this. But they got a one-on-one matchup like to Malachi Coleman. Here we go. I think they're going to take the shot. Going deep. End zone. He caught it. Touchdown for Baylor. I seen that matchup as soon as he set up that play. What a play. That matchup was exposed the minute he stepped. That was I don't know. I don't like the coverage from Texas State. Malachi Coleman is one of the fastest receivers in the country. You cannot leave him one-on-one in an island. That you just cannot do. Especially at that height. And he coming in, he was the transfer from Minnesota this offseason. Oh, they're going to make an onside. What are they doing?
That's their first of the half. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick.
And he's going to get the onside kick. What in the world? I don't understand that call from Baylor. Okay, but first and 10 for Texas State. I don't know if they're trying to get a quick drive out of Texas State or what, but I don't agree with that. Especially knowing that you're tied with a minute 53 before the half. You have just spotted Texas State. Great field position at the 41. Hands it off to L.J. Johnson. He stays on his feet. He's going to gain about 5 yards and make that 6 to the 34.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Second down and 4. He's going to go to RPO. That's going to be Niblett. I think that's a first, but I'm not sure. It is.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
First down here for this offense.
First and 10. They're at the 31. Under a minute left before the half. They will not get the ball to start the third quarter. That ball will go to Baylor. So they got to get points here. They're taking some of this clock down. Play clock under 10. They still got 2 timeouts.
Looking to pass.
Dropping back. Brad Jackson gets the completion out of bounds. I think that was Jelani Watkins on the reception. It was. And just get it to the 24. Again, they still got 2 timeouts and under 40 seconds left in the half.
Be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback.
Second down and 3. Got to get to the 21 for a first. See how they played this. What in the world? Why did he move across the field like that? Good old EA. Brad Jackson gets, oh my God, I don't think that was a dangerous pass. Make that 3rd down and 3. They got to get to the 21, of course. But that was a great read from the corner. He's fortunate that was not picked off. 3rd down and 3. Brad Jackson on the QB blast. He got the 1st down. As you see, Brad Jackson destroyed the touchdown passing record. He had 76 on the season.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
32 seconds. Still got 2 timeouts inside the 25. Play clock on the 10. Under 5. And EA is going to give the false start as they normally would, and that's going to make it 1st and 15. If you are a college football player, that is one of the unwritten rules. You do not let that clock get under 5 seconds. 90% of the time, you're going to get a false start. See what they dial up here. Can they get some points before the half? Play clock under 10 again. He's okay. He's going to snap it right at 5. Brad Jackson got a wide open completion inside the 10 to the 7, 1st and goal for Texas State. And that might have been a tight end, Antoine Gates, and I believe that's exactly who it was.
Why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his.
So now it's 1st and goal. They got 2 timeouts, 27 seconds left before the half. Baylor's defense would love to hold these boys to a field goal if possible or nothing. Look under 5 again. Here goes the QB blast, the backup quarterback that's coming in. That's Vic. Touchdown for Texas State. And that is Allen Vick, the freshman. He will probably take over as soon as Brad Jackson go to the lead. Kick is up and it is good. Make that 28-21. Baylor has 1 timeout and they got 17 seconds in their back pocket. Can they try to get in field goal range? Again, outstanding drive from the Texas State offense, and way to give only limit that Baylor offense with a few seconds before the half. Jalen Hill's going to bring it out the end zone. He cuts back, and he's going to get to the 22. So they burn 4 seconds off the clock. As you can see, Texas State is currently lead time possession, not by a crazy amount, but again, they've done enough.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds.
1st and 10 from the 22. Let's see what they can deliver. Here goes Lagway. He's taking a shot. He's caught it, and that's going to be inside the 25 to the 22. What a completion, and he's going to get a field goal attempt out of this at minimum. That is to Chase Collier, the sophomore wide receiver. But if you're Texas State, how do you allow that to happen? You do not allow it to happen before the half. Now, 1 timeout, still in their pocket, 7 seconds. Let's see if they can dial up right here. I do not like this defense that Texas State is in. Receiver Malachi Coleman going in motion. Here goes Lagway. He's going to look. He's going to overthrow it. But a field goal attempt to come here. And that's going to give them a chance to cut it to 4, which is a win for Baylor, who was backed up with 13 seconds. You cannot have that happen right there if you're that Texas State defense. And a timeout here.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Here we go. Can they cut it to 4?
This will be a 39-yard attempt.
Kick is good. That's going to be a 4-point game at the half. And after 2, Texas State is leading 28-24. What a first half explosion this has been. Let's see, can they keep it up in the second half? And once again, like I said, the winner of this game will play for the national championship. Both of these teams have both made an appearance. Baylor is trying to make their 3rd consecutive national championship game. Here goes Hell. He's going to bring it out the end zone. Can he get a nice cutback? He might be gone. Oh, he tried to do a juke move when he really should have just ran that straight on out. That would have been a touchdown. Oh, you got to be sick to their stomach right there. That could have been 6. But great field position for Baylor. But an effort from that Texas State special teams to prevent a touchdown. 1st and 10.
Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to
Hand it off to Daniel Hill. He gets a nice cutback. 1st down to the 41.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
What a big game by
This
the
coverage is
Spartans.
back again. He better figure out a way. Oh, he changed that play.
Defense is a bit on their heels.
I'm actually shocked he changed the play because that probably would have been a touchdown again.
The offense with some
He's going to send a tight end in motion. He hands it off to Daniel Hill, and Daniel Hill's going to gain 4. Again, as you see, Daniel Hill last game went bonkers against Colorado. Today, not so much. It's been the game of these aerial attacks.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
2nd down and 6 from the 37. Here goes a handoff, and Daniel Hill is stuffed after a yard and make that 3rd down and 5. Now here's where it's going to get interesting because can this Texas State defense find another stop?
And defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
3rd down.
Scanning the field. It's
DJ Lagway
the pocket.
is going to get picked off. And that's going to be Davis, who had a big play early in the first half, and he comes up with a big interception. Oh, that's a horrible interception. But this veteran Chase Davis picks it off, and that's where Texas State will take over. I just said in this game, you're going to have to find out which defense is going to be able to create a stop. Texas State has gotten 2. Brad Jackson looking. He's going to throw it away. It's going to be a intentional grounding penalty and make that 2nd down.
And here comes the penalty mark. Here's the 2nd down play.
Brad Jackson looking on 2nd and 22. He's going to get hit and make that 3rd and 22 from the 13. That's Collins Achiampong on the tackle. That's the senior defensive tackle. Making a big play when it matters the most.
Between the quarterback and the receivers.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in
A big opportunity coming up here. 3rd down and 22.
pick up this first down. Receivers now.
Can the Baylor defense respond? Brad Jackson
Quick throw.
gets a completion, and is that Jalen Watkins? That's a 1st down. What a catch from Ryan Niblett, excuse me. Oh, Baylor's defense cannot allow that to happen on 3rd and 22. You had a chance to get off the field.
To this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
1st and 10 from the 25. From the 36, my bad. Brad Jackson What a throw to the sideline and a completion to Tristan Brown. Tristan Brown has been outstanding in this game. That's his 6th catch of the day for $116.
Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes.
And Tristan Brown is a senior. This is his final playoff run. He's trying to get himself some stop for the draft. Hands it off. That's going to be L.J. Johnson. He breaks a tackle and gets a gain of 6. Once again, this rushing attack do not really get active a lot of this game, but they're probably going to have to make that happen if they're going to win this game. 2nd and 4 inside the 40. Brad Jackson. Look, he gets a completion. That's going to be Antoine Gates and at the red zone right at the 20. And Brad Jackson has had a great game at the office. 18-24, 295, 3 touchdowns. He had 1 pick 6 that he threw earlier, but for the most part, it's been outstanding. He gets a completion to Niblett. Niblett gets a cutback in his 1st and goal at the 8. But Baylor has to find a way to get a stop in the worst way possible, or this could end up becoming a double-digit deficit for this defense.
Defense backed up against their own end zone.
Getting close to the 2-minute marker. Here goes Brad Jackson. He's going to cut back. He's going to get to the 2. So make that 2nd and goal from the 2. This is really a crucial time. Is that going to be the backup quarterback coming in? Is it Allen Vick? Allen Vick again with a rushing touchdown to give the Texas State Bobcats an 11-point lead. Now Baylor has to respond. Kick is away. It is good, and now Baylor has an 11-point deficit that they're staring at. If you're just tuning in, this was a back-and-forth game in the first half, but Texas State took a lead at the end, and then and Baylor cut it into 4. They got a field goal. Baylor was driving and threw an interception that Texas State just turned into a recent touchdown. You go Jalen Hale. He's going to get to the 16. This defense for Texas State would love to come up with one more stop, but if you're Baylor, it is crucial that you walk away with points on this drive.
For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16.
He sends a receiver in motion. Lagway's going to look. He gets time in the pocket. Let's see what he's going to do here. He gets a pick. Oh, my goodness. That's Terrion Nichols, the transfer from Miami, Ohio. And now Texas State has an opportunity to extend this lead. Oh, man, that is a disastrous interception. Had plenty of time in the pocket. He did not have to throw it there. But great read from Terrion Nichols. And now they hand it off to L.J. Johnson. He's going to get to the 25. Now Baylor is really in a position where they cannot give up a touchdown. Oh, man, this is starting to get... You do not want this game to get away from you if you're Baylor, but it's starting to look like that. A minute left in the third quarter. Here goes the handoff. And he's going to get to the outside. Touchdown, Texas State. And now Texas State, with the freshman Enrique Manuel, extends this to a 3-score lead, and now Baylor is starting to stare at potentially an exit from the college football playoffs. But Texas State, they've been ready to play these guys since the first season national title ended. Goes Jalen Hale. He's going to take a knee. They got to get some points. No other way to put it. They have to get some points, or this game could be over. Man, oh man. This game has changed quick. First and 10. Lagway. Good coverage. Down the field. It is. Could have been picked again. I think he's just forcing it now. He's gotten frustrated with this game. This is something that you could not do. You cannot get frustrated in a situation like this.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid.
2nd and 10. Lagway. The pressure is solid. Oh, he got a completion. That's going to be Tre'Davious Green to extend this drive. Gotta get a first. Gotta move this ball. Lagway takes a shot, and good defense. He just threw the ball. Quashie Scott, the corner on the coverage. The other seeker transfer from the University of Kentucky. Second down and 10. 24 seconds to go. They got to get some points. Bad. Lagway takes it underneath to Daniel Hill. Make that 3rd and 7. Less than 20 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. And they're staring at a 3rd down. Lagway drops back. Down the seams. That's going to be out of bounds. And make that 4th down. I'm surprised they're not going to challenge this. Let's look at this again. That's gonna be an incompletion. I thought he might have got 1 foot in, but here's a 4th down coming up, and this really could put this game away. Honestly, it could. 4th and 7. Here we go. Lagway gets a completion. 1st down to Taylor Tatum. And that's how the 3rd quarter is going to conclude. But Baylor is down by 18 right now.
Texas State has the lead here. He played 3 quarters with a chance.
As we get to the end of the 3rd quarter, Texas State is closing in on another trip to the national championship game. And for this Baylor offense, Baylor's been to the last 2 national championship games, but this is a matchup they didn't appear to be ready for. But we'll find out. Let's see what happens in the last few minutes of this game. Play clock under 10. Lagway gets out the pocket. How did he get out of that sack? But he still got tackled after a gain of 3.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback.
Lagway looking again. He's going to get a completion in the middle. That's going to be, I believe it's a tight end right there. Because he's in no huddle mode at this point. No, that's a Collier again. Lagway is going to break a sack. He's going to get out of another one. 1st and goal down to the 3. And there's a timeout for Texas State. And if you play college football, that's what that extender would do for you. That should have been a sack in most situations, but that extender will bail you out all day and on a Sunday. Here goes Lagway. End zone touchdown to cut into this lead is Malachi Coleman. Kick is up. It's good, and it's an 11-point game. And I think the onside kick will be pending here. And it is. Kick is going to be picked up, and Texas State will take over at the 40. I honestly want to say that they did this early, but at this point they're down 11. They hadn't been able to get a stop, so they hand it off, and that's going to be L.J. Johnson Jr., and that's another score for Texas State. Touchdown on one carry. And it's just one of them nights for that Baylor defense, as Texas State is closing in on a trip to the national championship game. And this is the reason you don't onside kick super early. This can happen.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Is Jalen Hunt gonna bring it out? No, he's not. They need all the time they can. Trailing 18. But you got to give Baylor their props for this point. Baylor was on the verge of a potential third straight national championship game, but this Texas State team just might be a little too much for them this season. One of the most battle-tested teams in NPI. Right now, they're having a tough one in this game. Play action, DJ Lagway looking. He should have just threw another pick. That's great defense from Quashie Scott. But you got to give Texas State defense some credit. They definitely have sat on the routes, on the comeback routes late in this second half. That's how Nichols was able to get the interception in the third quarter. Second and 10.
And the wideout goes in motion.
Looking, Marcel Reed's in the game now. He got this coverage is excellent. It should have been picked off, but it's going to be caught by Jalen Held. And that's going to get to the 43-yard line. And make that a flag on the play.
Never count these guys out.
Look like it's gonna be false start. That's a wild reception right there too. First and 15. Marcel Reed drops back, takes a shot. It is picked off. And look at him celebrating out there on the field. This Texas State secondary came to play today and get it to the 34. That is Jaden Bradley, the junior safety. And this one is starting to get away from Baylor. Texas State getting ready to head to their second national championship game. This one is cooked. Not even gonna lie. Like I got a 10. Handed off. That's a great tackle for a loss. And he's gonna probably get. Is he a senior? He's a senior. This is his last game as a Baylor Bear.
Because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all.
Here goes Brad Jackson. Gets another completion. Is that Jelani Watkins? I believe so. Now Texas State is starting to get prepared to celebrate and get prepared for the national title game. These two had a classic matchup the first time they faced off, and now Texas State felt like they were batting them at even level this time around, and it's showing. That's a loss of 4. 2-minute timeout. Texas State has had a really balanced day at the office. As you can see, 320 yards passing, a $102 on the ground, 7 total touchdowns, and they're closing in on that trip. Now I'm intrigued to see what the next matchup is going to look like with UCF and Georgia Tech. I'm very intrigued to see how those two match up against each other.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking downfield.
Brad Jackson gets a completion. That's going to be another touchdown. And that's another catch by Tristan Brown. Tristan Brown is one of the players of the game for me for this Texas State offense. He's been outstanding in this game.
Over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense.
They're running this clock down. You got to give Baylor their credit. They have had an outstanding 3-year run so far. First year national champion, second year the runner-up. This year in the semifinals. And they're going to take a timeout. But it's clear they're trying to run this clock and get up out of here and see, can the second time be a charm in a national championship game?
Big guys up front lined up.
And if you've been keeping up with this league from the College Football 25, this is Antheis' second trip to the national championship game. They lost a close one last time to Kentucky on 25. So this time, they're going to be looking in their third appearance to finally break through and get it done.
Behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1 yard.
Here goes they're going to take a timeout.
Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much.
Baylor trying to keep. So basically, if you get a first down here, this game is over. Well, it's over already, but you know what I'm saying.
They come to the line a long way to
We're all just waiting on the conclusion of this Orange Bowl.
conversion right now.
Here goes the backup Vic. That's going to be 4th and 5. And I'm certain he's going to be going for this on 4th down. Because if he gets the first, you can essentially run the clock all the way down to 0 because he has no time. Yeah, he has no timeouts. 4th and 5, got to get to the 34. Brad Jackson looking. Oh, he got a receiver wide open. Oh, he's going to throw it to the end zone. Touchdown, Jelani Watkins. And that should do it here in Miami. How in the world did he leave that receiver wide open? And now it's a 25-point lead here in Miami.
Leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes, everything right now.
Jalen Hill, he's going to bring it out the end zone. And at this point, they're just getting prepared for the last minute and some change of this season. But major credit to the Bears for their great season. But tonight has been all about Texas State, their Heisman Trophy winning quarterback in Brad Jackson. And now they're getting ready to see, can they finally break through and win them a national championship. The next game will be the Cotton Bowl. Oh, here goes Daniel Hill. He's going to get close. He's going to get down to the 30-yard line. I think the national championship is in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. See, the Vegas is so far. They handed off to Daniel Hill again. He's going to get tackled at the 32. But tomorrow afternoon, we will be back. Should be possibly around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon Eastern for Georgia Tech and UCF. Let's see, can Marshall Real broke a tackle. He stays in bounds, and that's going to be 14 seconds. 10 seconds is getting to the end, and let's get ready to congratulate the Texas State Bobcats for a national championship appearance. Is confirmed now. Baylor want to try one more play, but you got to give props where it's due. They'll be back in the mix next season. They just have ran into a buzzsaw.
The Bears will come to the line.
Final play of this Orange Bowl. Can they cut this lead
The corner's now playing a couple yards.
and get one of their guys a parting gift of a touchdown?
And he's throwing for it.
Dropping back. Marcel Reed's going to be sacked, and that's how this game will end. Texas State is going to the national championship game. Good night, everyone.